I look crazy, man. I gotta bring the curly hair back for real, for real. I don't know why I'm playing with this straight hair. Hey guys, I'm looking for my mic, but I don't see it, so I guess we won't have one. Wait. Hey guys. Oh, that's cold. Welcome back welcome to my channel, my corner of the internet. My name is Diamond. Nice to meet you. And it's a new week. I literally just got off a call. It's 9 o'clock. I am sleepy. I look crazy, but we're here. It's a lot. It's been a heavy day. I'm not gonna hold you. I've been on the deep side of social media. One, hearing about what happened in Mississippi with Trey Reeds. I think that's his name. Let me double check, fact check myself. Yeah, Trey Reed. And the other man that also was found hanging from a tree. Like, that's so heavy. And that's so sad. And I pray for his family, for their family. I know the man that was found, he was homeless actually. And then also someone shot up a homeless area. 8 people injured. I think I seen so much coming out. Like, it's just like the world is just feels so heavy, so heavy. It's so hard but you have to get off social media, take a break, step away, don't touch some grass, hang out with family, friends, and just take a break because there's so much going on. And it's like social media is so cold. I'm freezing. It's freezing. With social media, it really be these damn phones. But I feel like with social media, we have just we are always overexposed with news and media and like everything that it's just like it can become a lot, So just take time. But did y'all also see that Cranen and Swole are engaged? Oh, that is so cute. I love that. I love. Everyone is getting engaged, coming out in relationships, having babies, getting married. Oh my gosh. It's so sweet. It's so sweet. My heart. So you gotta find like the little pockets of happiness in between. I will be by myself this weekend, bending by myself, which is a little like troublesome by myself because I'm having to pack the order, do the sale, and like, oh my gosh, there's a lot that go into it. I also was listening to Kendall Ray earlier today when I was cleaning up, and this lady named Taylor Wright was killed by her best friend over money that the best friend took from her but couldn't replace it. That's why you gotta be careful, man. You never know. It'd be literally those that's closest. But yeah, so many things are happening. But all good things. Everything happens in its due time. But I just keep saying, like, less than a year, so much has happened since announcing Warren Pages that I just know that it's like meant to be, So, I don't have nothing else to say. I'm just holding y'all. This camera is not gonna die, but it's close to dying. I'm just holding y'all on here. I ain't got nothing else to say for real. I'm gonna read and not scroll on my phone because I feel like I've been scrolling on my phone all day, just consuming so much media from the news, from politics, from the world, and like every day it's breaking news, and it's just like, oh my goodness.
But no, I didn't move to Houston for the club culture or any of that, like the hype or anything. I really just needed to what you into, or are you clout chasing?
Literally nothing, because these are also not the smartest people in the world, and they not like.
I am watching Grits and Eggs new episode with Amanda Seales, And I just want to hop on here and say, hey, how y'all doing? here's my dang. I just uploaded a 7-minute TikTok video of me talking about this book. I'm actually reading several books in rotation right now. I'm like mood reading, you know, like when I'm like, you know, I just pick up random books and start reading them, and I've been rotating them all out because I have this book I'm reading, and then physical copy wise, this book and this book. On my Kindle, I have like this one book called The Epiphany, which has taken me a long time to read because the setting of the book is way back in the old days, like during slavery time, but it's intermingling with, it's like going back between slavery time period and then the great I think she's like granddaughter time period, which is, I don't know, it's like up to date basically. When I finish that book, I'll talk about that book as well. And I'm also reading this other book called, let me open my Kindle in a minute. I'm reading this book called Made, which is actually, it's good. I just started it the other day. And I'm also reading Single and Crochet. And then I finished A Love Song for Ricky Wilde. Let me tell y'all something. Actually, while I'm sitting here talking about, I don't know what my vlogs could be about. I can talk to y'all about the books that I'm freaking reading. I read A Love Song to Ricky Wilde, and I did not know what I was going into when I was reading the book, because normally if I like the cover, I'm going to read the book. I don't read a lot about, like, I don't read the little synopsis or anything. Like, I just kind of go in blind. I just be like, well, we'll just see what happens, right? A Love Song to Ricky Wilde, I did not expect for it to have a, what's the word I'm looking for? If you haven't read it, skip this part. But the whole, like, him being immortal and him being, dang, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know the right words to use. Him being cursed, basically, by a woman who practiced voodoo. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting for, you know, sacrifices, but the overall connection of the book being the fact that Ricky Wilde, she was an outcast in her family. She didn't really blend in. She said, I want to open up a flower shop. She leaves, she meets this old lady who husband recently passed away, who had a lot of money. Like, old lady said, hey, you know what? I got this spot in, I forgot where it was. I got this spot. I forgot where it was. And I want you to open, you can use the little shop down below. And then it turned out that the woman was the daughter of the woman. The woman was the daughter. The old lady was the daughter to the woman that cursed the man that fell in love with Ricky Wilde. Like, when I tell people about that book, for a long time, that was all the book. Like, for a long time, that was all I could think about. And I was telling anybody that would listen to me about this book that I just read. So that's the book I just not recently, but I finished that probably like a month ago. Still, that just reminded me, like, that book is still in my Kindle Unlimited. Like, I don't even want to get rid of it because I'm just like, that was a crazy book. I want to buy the actual physical copy of it so I could add it to my bookshelf. But we're not talking about that book. We're talking about this one, the 7-minute video I just uploaded to TikTok, because I was reading this last night and I had to keep reading because it was a turning point. I hate when you're reading. It's like you read at nighttime and then you get to a turning point of the book and you're like, why would it do this? Because now I cannot not continue reading. So I'm at a point, and from what I'm gathering, The Best Man Unfinished Business is based off The Best Man movie. Okay? So Harper, he created The Best Man, and it was very, very popular. And then they were like, hey, we'll make this to a movie. So he said, okay. And so you're following him. He's recently divorced. He divorced his wife, Robin. His best friend, who he has been in love with, named Jordan. So you have Robin, Jordan, and Harper. Harper is the man. I don't really like books that have a lot of POVs or a lot of character names, especially when I'm trying to figure out who everyone is. Too many names, I don't know who is who. So I feel like that's why it was a disconnect, and it took me a minute to really get into the book, because you're reading 3 different POVs. So Harper and Robin were together. They divorced. Robin moved to Ghana with their kid. And so he's at a point where he's in his F-boy era. He's old though. So he's like an old, not old, but like you too old to be in your F-boy era. Like, but he enjoying his divorce. Him and Jordan, they had this thing where we love each other, but we haven't crossed that path, that line with each other. But they know they had these deep emotional feelings with each other. So they get together in this book. Now they're in this blissful, now the part that I was on last night, they're in this blissful honeymoon. You know, they kind of been dodging each other. He hits Rose, say, hey, I'm going to be in LA. She said, you know what? I'm going to give him this. And they did. And they had a good time. So they've been together for about 2 weeks straight. He writing. He like, yeah, I'm getting all the motivation I need. I'm writing these characters. Mind you, he's writing these characters based off of his friend group. You know what's making me actually want to watch the movie The Best Man? He's writing these characters based off his friend group. So he was having a hard time. He was in little writers. Why can I not think or talk? I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. He's in a writing funk, but now that he's with Jordan, he's like just writing up a storm. He gets a call from his daughter named Mia. Baby girl calls. She says, Dad, you need to get here. I need you. Now, considering the fact that he divorced, he hasn't seen his daughter, he just talks to her over FaceTime. He feels like, oh, I need to get to her. She needs me. She said that she needs me. I need to get to her. So Jordan, mind you, literally while she's laying there the night before, or during the night, she's just so blissful. She's just like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. Am I letting my guard down? Do I love this man? Am I letting him in? Yes, I think I am. He's motivating her. He had her unlock a deep part of her childhood that she locked away and write it down on a piece of paper. He was there for her when she was in this emotional state. He got behind her, held onto her, and basically like, I'm here for you. She wakes up. She has a terrible dream, by the way. The foreshadow is crazy. She has a terrible dream. She wakes up. The man not in the bed no more. He on the balcony. He talking to his daughter. Gets off the phone. He says, okay, honey, I'll be there. Gets off the phone. He goes, I got to go to my daughter. Now, mind you, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. You know, he is the father. That is his daughter. But to get to her, he has to go to Ghana. You know, he has to like travel, which is going to take hours, days probably. Not days, but, you know, it's going to take hours to get there. So, Jordan, now I didn't like how Jordan responded to this. You know, she felt like he was doing his player thing. You know, she didn't heard him talk about how he treats women and all those things, how they want to get serious, and he starts to back out and all those things. So she's kind of already going into this notion of, oh, he's just treating me like these other women he's been treating when it gets too serious and it gets too real, and he needs to dash away. But that's not the case. You know, he simply didn't want to bring Jordan with him because then he didn't want it to be confusing for baby girl, and he didn't tell Robin that him and Jordan was together. You know, he's sharing this little selfie they took. They, you know, all booed up and stuff. He's sending it to his friends like, yeah, look at me and Jordan. Mind you though, prior to this, he found out that Robin had been talking to this man in Ghana. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. I think it's Quasi, just the way it's spelled, but I could be wrong. She has been dating this man. He learns about this, said, what the fuck? What? You know how, I want to say niggas, but you know how niggas be. They be like, what the fuck? Like, what you talking about? So his friend called him out. He was like, did you send me that picture of you and Jordan that so I could share it to my wife, and then my wife is going to share it to Robin? And he was like, you wrong for that. I'm not going to do it. He called him out. And at first, Harper was like, nah, what you talking about? But he was like, well, you know, everything kind of happened so fast. He learned that Robin was talking to a dude. All of a sudden, he with Jordan. So it looks suspicious, right? Jordan and Harper gets into it. They're like, oh, she is like, oh, he's leaving me. She was being logical. She was like, hey, maybe you should call Robin. Maybe you should see what's going on. Why would Mia call you and Robin not call you? Like, what's wrong with Robin? Like, why don't you call Robin and see what's going on? He said, no, I'm not going to call Robin. I'm not going to call Robin because he's thinking that Robin's going to be like, you couldn't be there for your daughter or something like that. And he didn't want to hear anything from her. But Robin has no idea that Mia even talked to her dad. So long story short, I'm telling y'all story time. This is really me, the book I'm reading. Long story short, they get into it. Jordan blows up on him. Mind you, Harper did say, "Can you be my friend right now?" Friend is crazy. Friend is crazy when they've been, you know, getting it on, saying I love you, being deep relationship, googly eyes, like honeymoon phase. And you talking about being your friend? Oh, I could be a friend, all right. So, you know, I can see how she got upset about that. But a lot of I feel like her upsetness was because of the fact that she was starting to let her guard down. And then he's all like, I gotta go save my daughter. And she's like, I can come with you. He said, I don't want you to come with me, which also makes sense. But I feel like she wasn't understanding the logic behind his logic because she's already upset. Turns out Mia was just going off the sense that the landlord, because the mom, Robin, has a restaurant in Ghana, and the landlord, he's all like, pay me my money. And she was like, you know, I'm gonna pay you your money. Why don't you fix the leaky roof? Every time it rains, it might as well be raining on the inside. He said, well, you know what? You know who gets repairs? People who pay their rent. So the man was like being a little aggressive towards Robin, but Robin man came in and was like, hey. He said, talk to me outside real quick. Talk to the man outside. Mind you, Mia is witnessing all of this. She witnessed the landlord talk to the mama crazy. She witnessed the mama man, quote unquote, come in and then go outside, talk to the man, come back in, and then she seen the mama and the man kiss. The mama that the man that she interested in, they kiss. So from a 10-year-old's perspective, you know, maybe it's hard having divorced parents, I can imagine. So in her head, she called her dad and was like, hey, it's some man that's threatening mama, which was true. The man was kind of like threatening her in a bit. And now Harper is thinking that it's the man that the mama has been with this whole time, which, you know, again, he's still talking about the man like as how a man would do when you don't want your woman to move on, basically, like, this lame ass nigga, like, you know, like this nigga, like, you know, he bad mouthing him, like he already thinking about, like he already think terrible about him, like he not good. Mind you, that's not even the case. The case is the fact that the daughter was talking about the landlord, but not about the man. The man actually took care of business, and the man actually, and I didn't like, you know, he came in all defensive, and the man actually wants to take care of Robin and help her with her bills, but she is a independent woman who don't want no help by no man. Mind you, I would take a little help, but that's Robin. So I just didn't like how I'm telling y'all this because after I got done reading, because I had to keep reading, I'm like, damn, what's gonna like happen? Like, why did Mia call her dad? Like, what is going on? As I'm reading this book, and I'm getting to the point where you could tell who is the strict parent and who is the fun parent. I don't know, like, just by that little interaction, because when he gets to Ghana, you know, he picks the daughter up from school. He left a voicemail to Robin and was like, hey, I'm here. I picked Mia up from school. They at the restaurant. Robin comes in and she's like, Mia, basically, what the fuck? You know, but she's not gonna say what the fuck to your kid, but it's like, what the fuck? Like, you called your dad? Like, why did you call your dad? And she's all upset. She can't get it out. And I'm reading it from, I'm reading it from Robin's point of view. But the way Harper is reacting, Harper's like, don't be so mean to her. Like, it's okay. She can call me for anything. Or she feels like something is not right and da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's just like, dude, like, yes, she's 10. I like how she was like, if she old enough to call her dad, she old enough to tell me she did it for. You know? It's like, you gotta discipline your kid like you. And then she's like, I'm sorry. And he's all like, he's leaning down and like talking to her like, oh, don't be sorry, baby girl. It's okay. Which, I mean, okay, granted, yes. Yes, she should be able to call her dad if anything is wrong. But he didn't even talk to Robin about it. You know, like, he wasn't thinking logically. Again, I could understand from his POV, he just thinks that his daughter needs help. He already probably think he's not a good daddy because she halfway across the goddamn world, you know, in a whole different continent, in a whole different life. So it's like, I could see that. But at the same time, it's like you could tell who's strict and who not a little bit. You could tell who, you know, and it is his baby girl. So definitely wrapped around his finger. But I don't know. I just didn't like how he handled the situation. For real. Now I'm curious as to how this book is going to end because I have about that much left there. that's how much I have left. But I did bookmark a point of this book because it was so sweet. And basically, this was when they shared that kiss, and Mia was looking at them. Robin had asked the man that she was interested in, why me? And he said, Robin, you are nurturing and loving and selfless. You give to everyone around you. You raise and uplift your daughter. You teach her to be kind. You are feminine and beautiful. And you're smart but still vulnerable, like a sunflower. Even the sunflower, with its strong stalk and plentiful seeds. I need to start reading out loud also. With its plentiful seeds, it still needs to be watered and cared for, or it will wilt under the weight of everything that everyone else needs from it, trying to reach for the sun. If a man ever said it to me, if a man ever compared me to a flower and said that I see how much you give to everybody and you need the same thing in return. Oh my gosh. That was like, oh my gosh, my heart. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like everybody had a lot of emotions going on and nobody was thinking logical in this situation. And I feel like he also, while he was on the plane, they ain't had no Wi-Fi. So the man tripping out. He trying to figure out, he trying to talk to Jordan. Jordan don't want to talk. Jordan upset. Jordan told him to get out of her house. He writes her a love letter email. And in this love letter email, he talks about how, you know, he's loved her for how he has loved her since they were teenagers, and he has always loved her, and she has been the missing part of his life this whole entire time, which is crazy because he was in a whole ass marriage, you know? And that's scary because you know how sometimes they say like men just be settling, women settle too, but it's like, you know how people just, I guess in general, just people settle in relationships. And also even the wife, Robin, she said and admitted that she knew that another woman, Jordan, had her husband's heart. Like, and so it would be crazy. Actually, I do need to read this tonight because I want to know, is he going to talk to Robin about Jordan on this trip, this unplanned trip? Because now he's in Ghana looking at how they living. Is he going to tell her? And is that not crazy to then hear from your ex-husband that his new woman or love interest or whatever is the woman who has always been there in the shadows, but you couldn't quite prove that they had anything on it. They never had anything going on, but you just knew, like, so then to hear that, oh my gosh, like that is just, like in all, like it was sweet and cute how he said it, but it's just like you was literally married to your wife for a long time. Y'all had a kid together, and you're telling me like you feel incomplete without this other woman? Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's, yeah. And when I was on my threads and I was like, yo, somebody needs to, I said, when I finish reading this book, I need to hop on a group Zoom virtual call or something. We need to talk about it. And someone was like, it took them a minute to actually get into the movie. I'm trying to do too many things at once. It took them a minute to get into the book, or they're having trouble getting into the book. And I can see that. I'm watching The Best Man. I'll catch up with y'all later. That's my spiel. I can tell you what I did today. So I had an event today, and not an event. I attended a workshop today. I learned a lot about the benefits of credit. And, the only thing I ever heard about credit is that you have good credit, you can basically do anything. High credit score, here you go. But it's all about being smart about the credit. It's easy to get high credit, but then what do you do with that credit? I also learned that it's not very smart to then file bankruptcy, because that's very hard to get off of your credit. Like when you want to go apply for anything, when it comes to like maybe getting a car. And if you do, your interest rate is going to be high. And it just looks bad on your credit report, because then it just shows that, basically the way he explained, like it just shows like when you have credit, it just shows that you do well with debt. You can, like, you have a car loan, it shows that you could manage and pay your car loan off good. And so I learned a lot of valuable information today. A lot of it that I've been implementing, doing research and thinking about, and I'm just on the way to, use the bank's money, not your money. And obviously you have to pay the banks back. Yes, which is why they say like use your credit card, but make sure you pay that credit card back off. So I'm on this journey to improve my credit score, which is, it's not terrible. It's not the best, but it's not terrible either. So, very beneficial. I'm so glad I went. I learned a lot of information. I connected with a lot of people, and I walked away, proud of myself for going. So yeah, that was my day. That's literally what I did all day until like 3 o'clock. I came home, ate Chipotle. Y'all seen that. And then I was responding to a bunch of emails. And now I'm here and I'm about to watch The Best Man while I continue to do some work. See how I get distracted so easily? But yeah. 2 hours? What the? All right. That means I'm not going to be able to read though. That's okay. I'll talk to y'all in a second. I want to add that I think I've seen The Best Man once or twice in my whole entire lifespan. And I'm going to tell you something. After watching this movie, I might enjoy this book just a little bit more, because I know it was from, what is it, from the #1 box office hit, The Best Man. But it's like, wait, hold on now. Like, seeing this being played out in front of me, and the fact that I'm going to then read it here. Oh my gosh, I might have just done something. I'll report back in fucking 2 hours. Hello guys. Am I muted? No, I'm not. Let's mute me. Hello guys. I'm home. It's been not an emotional day. I really think it's because my period is about to start that I'm like overly emotional. But I did view a location the other day, and I really, really loved the location, where it was, everything. But when I reached out to the landlord yesterday morning, he didn't get back to me. So I sent a text this morning. He just said like, hey, we are moving forward with another tenant, as they had already signed the letter of intent. It is a possibility, letter of intent doesn't mean that it's binding. So the property could become available, but I'm strongly doubting that it will be, because they wanted to turn it into a cafe as well. No, it's gonna be a bookstore cafe, but they wanted to turn it into a cafe. So I highly doubt that it's gonna be available, which is okay. And it's crazy because I journaled about it this morning, and I just said I wasn't gonna stress about it. If it was meant to be, it was meant to be. So we are on a continued hunt of finding a location for Warm Pages, which is totally okay. I really do enjoy a brick style type of building now. It's not very common that I'm probably going to find one of those, but I will enjoy having it to be a brick style. So I have a meeting at 2:30 to talk about a collaboration, and then I need to buckle down and really solidify this list of authors that's going to be attending the event in November. So yeah, that's where I am. That's what's going on. And I was really bummed out this morning. I was like, it really sucks. Like, I was really, really excited, but everything happens for a reason, and possibly I'm just meant to be in a bigger location, and hopefully I can find one that has a kitchen in it, and everything like that. So yeah, that's where we're at. And yeah, so I'm gonna hop into this meeting and then talk to y'all afterwards. I just left the gym and my mile time was 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Oh my gosh. The last time I recorded me going to the gym in my little thing, because I've been tracking my mile time this whole entire year, was August 20th. Today is September 19th. So almost a month since the last time I've been to the gym but I would say in the last 2 or so weeks, there was a time where I was slightly sick, but in between we will go on walks. So I haven't totally not been active, but like running on the treadmill for like my little mile, it's been a month. Okay. I really want to know how my mile time would be if I ran outside, but running outside as a woman is quite dangerous, you know? So I stick to the treadmill. But I cannot believe that it took me damn near, my brain jumping to 20 minutes to do a mile when I was getting down to like 10 to 11 minutes. Oh my gosh. But it was I literally just did cardio for 1 hour. I need to talk to y'all on the inside because I need to figure out what's going on with this podcast episode. So I'll see y'all downstairs. Give me 1 second. I actually started stressing once I got inside. So I'm back in the car now, going to the grocery store so I can get some stuff for dinner. I am thinking about making just like, it's basically spaghetti but with a different noodle. You know, like I like the I'm going to get the bow tie noodles because not everybody like the spinach, the stuffed ravioli, like frozen spinach thing. So I'm just going to get the bow tie noodles. I need some pasta sauce, bell pepper. I think we have onions. I think they're just like white onions though. I'm trying to like not get that many things. I also want to get some cranberry juice. I want to get a bottle of wine, and I need some toothpaste. Hopefully I don't spend an arm and a leg, but you know, these days you literally can get 5 items and spend $100. That's what it feels like. So yeah, I'm low-key stressing because it takes you a minute to, well, for me, I don't know, it's my internet connection, but it takes a minute for me to upload videos to my Dropbox, and that's like my main source of how I communicate with my clients, to show them videos and them to upload their videos to me so I can edit. Now, I downloaded the desktop app and it's working for the most part, but I don't know, so I'm trying not to stress and like remain calm, cool, and collected. But I'm gonna head into the grocery store real quick so I can get in and out because I gotta go pick up my friend Keon and then go home and cook. I'm not in the best mood. Yesterday was actually a good day. Like, I woke up early, I got an edit done, and the edit was done. I'm cleaning. I even did a workout, stretch, everything. It all went downhill because I thought it would be faster to, well, I still don't know. So basically, I use Dropbox to communicate with my clients. That's how I send videos back and forth. That's how they share videos with me. I never really had an issue. This first go around with a new client for a podcast, and I am not having a good time. The turnaround time is fast, and I said that I could do it, which I can. I can do it because their recording schedule and upload schedule, I could do it. But my system is not letting me be great, and it's like stressing me out, and like my anxiety, my heart, like I keep like having to deep breathe and relax myself because I can feel my underlying heart just stuttering away. Because I was like, okay, cool. You said, yeah, I'll just watch it in the morning. I said, cool. I went to sleep thinking that this would be uploading, and while I'm sleeping, my computer went to sleep. And normally that doesn't stop it. It still works. But I guess because this is actually on my computer and not, like, I use desktop Dropbox and it was long. So I thought using, not desktop Dropbox, I used a website like dropbox.com. And usually, like, if my computer is asleep, it would still upload. This time, I downloaded Dropbox on the desktop because they said it would be faster. It's not faster. One is not faster. Two, when my computer went to sleep, it stopped uploading. So I woke up at 4 a.m. I went to bed at 1, 12 something, close to 1. I woke up at 4, and it was still at 22. It was supposed to be done so I could send it this morning. So I started it back up. Now it's 8 o'clock, 7:52, and it's not even at 50. And it's a 81.73 gigabyte file. It's only at 48.39. I feel stuck. I feel like I'm not having a good time. I don't feel easy breezy right now. I feel stressed out, but it's okay. And I was supposed to be done with this by now. Like, if I was done with this, I would not feel any type of way this morning. Like, everybody would have their videos and I'll be done. But that's not the case. Freaking out internally. Like, mentally, I'm screaming inside of my head right now. That's why you don't do nothing different. Like, that's like I feel like I hate feeling like I'm making mistakes. Like dead ass. Like, it really bothers me because I can do it. I can. My system will allow me to, but I've been done with this since yesterday morning. So it's bothering me. And the fact that I went to sleep thinking that by the time I woke up, it was going to be uploaded. Imagine if I woke up at 7 and that shit was at 22. I would have flipped the fuck out. It's like my body knew, one, I had to use the bathroom, and two, it's like my body knew something was wrong. I wish I woke up at 2 a.m. But then I only had probably been asleep for like an hour. So I haven't even got good sleep. I don't feel tired. I think my body is just running on what the fuck is this, you know? Like, because what the fuck is this? Like, oh. Because I don't know. Like, this was supposed to be easier and simpler, and they want to upload today, and they can't upload today. But another thing my brain is thinking, like, you know, he's waiting on me, and I don't like the idea of people waiting on me. Like, fuck. I don't know how his day was going. Like, he waiting on me, and it's like, girl, you supposed to have this video to me. It's like, yeah, so I don't know how his day is going. Like, you know, what he doing right now? He probably got plans today, and here I am messing around trying to get this thing to upload. It's not even at 50. This whole time I've been talking to y'all, it's just not reached 49. But we got 60, 70, 80. I wish I could reach into my computer and just yank that motherfucker. Also, this is a new toothpaste I got. I actually like it. I already use Arm & Hammer, but this is the TheraBreath breath fresheners, and it's whitening. I like it. I feel like my mouth is clean. Dude, like, I don't know, like, I made this last night.
What are you doing? You guys got makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, right now. We got white pickle.
It's always so much more chaotic when it's just me. I feel pressured and rushed. I was already stressing because I told y'all I don't even know what this is. Hopefully, though, we can garner. Hopefully, though, we can make a few couple sales today. I'm going to try to price everything because I don't even feel like looking at prices. And apparently, I was supposed to be up farther front, but they didn't take all the tables in the front, so I'm in the back. But yeah, there's somebody with candles here. But yeah, I'll talk to you in a minute. back home. What a day. It's literally almost 8 o'clock and I'm just not getting back home. But here we are. Gotta bring the rest of the stuff in. I thought it would have been done by now. Yeah, event was cool. It was like the older crowd, so they weren't really interested in my table, for being honest. They really just kind of skimmed right past me, and they were like, because it was some boutiques. It was somewhere selling wine. Excuse me. So I made one sale, and it was off of the lady who paid for me to be there. And I made a sticker sale, and I also had an online order as well. Other than that was pretty much it. It was a long time I was there though, because it is 8 o'clock, and I got there at like a little bit after 1 o'clock, I believe. So I was there from 1 to 8. Well, 1 to like 7, really. 1 to 7. That's how many hours? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 6 hours of my time, of my Saturday. But it's okay. I like to use these as like situations just to desensitize myself to being social. But being social also is like really draining. So I'm home. I'm going to decompress. I got a bottle of wine. I wish I had a little something to smoke. That's okay. And yeah. I will talk to y'all in a second. I don't have it in me right now. So I'll be back.